Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Jim Rats. As always, it is me, XFL Jim, and I am joined by, as always, Oakland, Chase Lupine Fiasco Sessoms, and of course, the incomparable, the immeasurable, the improbable Uncle Rico. We're here to talk college basketball, round of 32, part 2. Let's go! That's as much as I want to play that.
It's a little,
It's
a little John Tesh right there. Little Johnny Tesh.
Right flowing.
John Tesh was the man who gave us that track. Yeah.
Little Johnny T.
Did he do anything else besides that?
I think
Entertainment Tonight.
Yeah. I think that's before your time, though, Jimbo.
A little bit. So we just had day. How did you guys enjoy the first day of round of 32?
Square Saturday. You mean?
Hated it.
Yeah.
Square Saturday.
Hated it.
Got the Zags. Oregon was a kick. Oakland was I ended up pulling the trigger on Oakland. That was a kick. I mean,
the two games that went to overtime, that's where everyone's like dogs go to die, dude. It's the worst.
But I mean, it's kind of funny, like from everything I'm seeing online, especially from our boy Dave. Yesterday, the books took a killing. The books
I bet they did.
I'm sure.
Dude, sorry for your Michigan State loss as well, Erik.
So look, this is the thing.
Second they had it.
This is the thing that gets me. Why waited too long to take a timeout? Whatever. I did like Izzo after the game. He's like, look, I have to do better. I don't care if this kills me. We are going to start to make deep runs. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens in the portal. Booker announced he's coming back. Fear is one of the better guards in the country. In high school, he's going to be their point guard. You got Atkins coming back. Sissoko is going to come back for his 5th year. Peja Stojakovic's kid from Stanford, stretch 3-point shooter. They're going to make a run off of him. And Stafford also lost their 7-foot big. They're going to make a run off of him. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do in the portal. But moving forward, I am confident in my Spartans.
I would have named, if I was Peja Stojakovic, I would have named my kid Beeper.
Yes.
Yeah.
I also saw before the game they announced that I don't believe Michigan State's ever beaten UNC in the tournament. I think that's what.
Yeah, that would. But I mean, a lot of that was against Roy. I mean, I think So look, I know everyone makes a big deal about that North Carolina run, but it was like Michigan State was getting open looks. They're missing layups, missing jump hooks. It was just one of those things where a lid just got in the bucket. Nothing was happening. One of those days. What can you do? Move on.
It's brutal. Speaking of moving on, let's move on to day 2 of the round of 32. Of course, starting out, Colorado Marquette. Marquette is a 4.5-point favorite, over under of 149.5. Chase, what do you got in this one?
I'm taking Marquette to cover here, the 4.5. I think Square Saturday bleeds into Square Sunday, and you have a favorite cover here. I've got Marquette to win the national championship. I think they cover the points. I'm taking a -110.
I took Colorado +4. The only reason I didn't take them on the money line is because I'm at 11-1 to make the Sweet 16. Colorado top 50 in both offense and defensive efficiency. They are a better free-throw shooting team, so if it does get down to the end, I'm going to give them the advantage there. Also, another thing that not to get lost, they get to the free-throw line a lot. So if they're able to get Marquette in some foul trouble, that's going to hurt their depth. Buffaloes are going to have the advantage in the interior. And they're going to have the top 3, and I can make an argument for having the top 4 players on the court. And also, I don't think Kolek is athletic enough to keep up with the Buffaloes guard. So I'm going to take Colorado +4. If you didn't follow the 11-1 to make the Sweet 16, I would also play the money line.
I'm running with Colorado here as well. This is just my take. I had
the cheese stands alone. Then I see.
I had the take that whoever would be getting out of that Colorado Boise State game would make a deep run. And I'm standing by that. I'm taking Colorado. I'm taking them +4.5. I'm going to sprinkle on that money line because I did not get on the 11-1. So I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on that money line.
After yesterday, I may just sprinkle on the what? Because I'm looking at it. I have JMU and Grand Canyon in the Sweet 16, and I sprinkled their money line. So I'll probably have a Colorado money line as well.
Of course. Game number 2, Utah State, Purdue. Utah State is an 11.5-point dog over under of 149 in this game.
Yeah, just don't touch this game. If you're going to touch this game, take the points on the other side of Purdue. But you don't know what Purdue's going to do, except that they're at some point going to Purdue. I'm not sure if this is the round, so I don't want to mess with this game at all.
I don't know. I want to fade Purdue, but I don't know if this is like one of those weird Purdue like redemption arcs.
So here's the thing. I mean, let's just take the jerseys off the name off the jerseys. Okay. Utah State filters everything through their center. If this is one of those games that's going to get called where Edey does get in foul trouble, or Utah State does have some athletic guards, the script is there for them to pull off the upset. The thing fading Purdue for me in the tournament is it's always the X factor. How is Edey going to be called? His only move is power dribble, elbow to a guy's neck, go straight up on a suspect foul call. That's it. If they're not calling that, and then they're able to call him on some fouls, I could see Utah State pulling off the upset, but I just don't know.
It seems like Fairleigh Dickinson gave like the recipe, and it's play like 5 guards, put everybody outside of the 3-point line, and let them beat their man one-on-one while Zach Edey just kind of sits there in the middle drawing fouls. I know they're beatable at some point. I just don't want to say that it's this round necessarily, so I can't fuck with this.
You know what, Chase? I am gonna fuck with it. I am. I'm gonna fade Purdue. I'm gonna go Purdue. Give me Utah State plus the 11.5, and I'm gonna sprinkle some on plus 456 on the money line.
Look at Jim. Shooters shoot.
I'm doing it.
Shooters do shoot.
Let's get it. Up next, JMU Duke. Duke is a 7-point favorite. Over under of 148. Chase, what do you got in this one?
You can go ahead and give me the JMU Dukes on the money line. Listen, I've got 3 teams that I really like today as dogs that are all have odds of plus about 200. I've got a few more square bets of favorites that I think can cover their spreads. If I can catch 2 of these plus 200 dogs, then I've had a pretty good day, especially if I hit my square bets with it. I think I'm going to definitely take James Madison on the money line, especially because I don't think these teams are really plus 200 kind of money spread out. Like, I think it's a pretty evenly matched. James Madison's really good team shooting the ball. They're 40th in the country compared to Duke's 21st. Shooting efficiency, they're just outside of the top 50. I think this is going to be a close game, and I'm going to go ahead and say James Madison, because their mascot is the name of the other school. Like, that's how they think of you, is going to win it outright. So I like him on the money line there.
Did you have anything in this one, Erik?
Yeah, the one thing I've been harping on all year is this isn't your typical Duke team. They're so soft in the interior. And watching the Wisconsin JMU game, the one thing that stood out to me is how physical JMU is. I think JMU is going to be the team that punches Duke in the mouth. They have a huge rebounding advantage, so they're going to have the advantage in the interior. Bickerstaff is athletic. He is more athletic enough than Filipowski, so he's going to be able to stay with them in the interior. JMU's guards, I think, are going to be able to keep up with Duke's guards. I am worried about Duke's 3-point shooting, but JMU is good shooting the 3. They have if you look at their splits, they're better defensively. As Chase said, they're about the same offensively. I just think their defense on the 3 is a key. I'm going to take JMU here plus the 7. I got them at plus 245 too.
I'm also on JMU plus the 7.
All right, so who did we have yesterday?
I was going to say, I was looking up, who did we have yesterday? So I had Michigan State plus 4. I had Texas plus 6.5, Duquesne plus 5.5, and Oregon plus 5.
All right. So yesterday, Chase, did you have Michigan State?
I did not.
Did you have Oregon?
I had Oregon.
I think we were all on Oregon.
It was Oregon.
So are we 0 for 3 so far?
We're 0 for 3.
JMU, make it happen, please.
We're due for some positive regression, dude.
God, we are. Up next, Clemson, Baylor. Baylor's a 4.5-point favorite, over under of 145. Anyone touching this one?
I wanted the 4. I wanted the 4 so bad. 4 is the buy-in point for me for this. Look, Clemson shot great. Baylor has a size interior. Baylor zone's going to force Clemson to make some threes. I don't trust them to make some threes, and I think Baylor's guards are way more athletic. I just hate this 4.5 number. If this was 4, as crazy as it sounds, I'd be buying it. So if it dips down to 4 or dips down below 4 in the live market, I'm a buyer. But right now, I'm nothing.
These are two teams that both are due for shot regression. And so it's really kind of hard to suss this one out, I think. So I'm staying away from it too.
And I love playing teams like that play zone. I mean, Baylor plays that zone. Are you going to trust Clemson to make some threes? I mean, that was the big thing in the Oakland NC State game.
Yeah.
Oakland had played that 1-3 zone, and they forced NC State to hit some threes, and they were in a position to win. I don't trust them to make some threes, but goddamn, I want that 4. I want that 4.
Yeah, I want that 4 too. I also have a future writing on Baylor, so I'm going to kind of just let this one sit. If I see a 4, I'm probably going to grab it. Up next, Grand Canyon, Alabama. Alabama's a 6-point favorite, over under 169.5. Chase, what do you got in this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Grand Canyon on the money line here. I'm pretty much probably going to take the opposite side of Bama on the money line until Bama is knocked out of the tournament, because I do think that they're due to have a cold shooting performance at some point. And when they do, look out, because they can lose to anyone in the country when they play like that. They don't play any defense. Sure, they score a lot of points, but they also had a really good shooting night in their first round. This is another one that I'm picked out as a team that is kind of due to fall off a little bit off of some just like stellar first round shooting performances that we saw. So yeah, Grand Canyon money line plus 210.
I got something, Jimbo.
Lay it on me, Erik.
As anyone that's watched anything I've done over the last 2 weeks getting ready for this tournament, I effing love this Grand Canyon team. I have a future on them to make the Sweet 16. Look, they're going to have the best player on the court in Grant Forrester. When I look at Alabama, Alabama is already putrid defensively. Who in the hell on that defense is going to be able to guard him? The answer is nobody. You mentioned the shot regression. Anyone that saw that Charleston-Alabama game, it wasn't like Bama was playing stifling defense. There was no one within 3 feet of Charleston, and Charleston wasn't able to hit. Grand Canyon's going to be able to knock down the shots. Grand Canyon can play slow like they played against St. Mary's, or they can get out and run. They actually like to get out and run more. Look, I think that Bama's shown us they can't defend, especially on the road. I think last game was an outlier. I'll take Grand Canyon plus 6, and I got them at plus 205 on the money line too.
I took the over 169.5 in this game on the off chance that like Bama is like nailing those threes. These games can just get so high scoring so quickly. I'm going with the over. I'm also going to probably take Grand Canyon. I'm just No.
We're dead. Grand Canyon.
I'm not taking the plus 6. I'm only going to take the money line.
Grand Canyon dead.
I'm only going to take the money line. That's all I'm doing.
Oh,
I'm going to take it. Plus 193, taking the money line. Up next, Northwestern to UConn. UConn is a 13.5-point favorite. Over under of 135.5. Is anyone touching this one?
No.
No one's touching this one? Nobody?
So
nada?
before we move on, okay, there was a big coaching hire late last night, early this morning with Dusty May going over to Michigan. Thoughts?
I mean, he knows how to work the portal enough to get FAU to a Final Four. I think with Michigan money behind him, if he's still able to work the portal like that, then I mean, probably a pretty good hire, you know?
I think it all depends. I mean, like, I know he was on the Indiana staff, but he's been down south for a while. I thought for sure. My thing was, I thought he was going to be in Miami. I thought he was just waiting for Larinaga, or whatever, how you ever pronounce his name, to hang it up. Is he going to be able to recruit the Midwest? I don't know. He's going to be able to work the portal. We know that, but we need to remember Michigan's academic standards. Caleb Love is not there because of the academic standards. So
right.
Is he going to be able to get the players that he was able to get at Florida Atlantic, because Florida Atlantic has lower academic standards? We got to remember that too. But he is a good XFL coach, way better than what they had. Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
As a fellow dummy, I say, let's lower them standards. Let's take them standards down a damn notch.
Take those standards?
Let's take those standards down. Yeah, let's knock those down a peg or two.
Get rid of them. Let's get rid of any standard. That's how I stand, Chase.
Let's get rid of the illusion that these kids are there to play school.
Agreed.
Let them major in being an athlete.
To play school. I just now got that, dude. That was good.
Shout out, what was it, Cardale Jones?
I think so.
I think he's the one that coined that. I'm not here to play school.
I think, or is Vince Wilfork maybe?
He might have done it first.
Yeah.
I know Cardale Jones did say, like, I didn't come here to play school at Ohio State, because it's my second favorite, like, note about him. My first favorite is the fact that he went to this, like, kid with cancer. He went to, like, visit him in the hospital so he could play him in NCAA football, and he beat him like 60-0.
Yes. Yes.
I respect
Nurse, we need you in here.
And he was like trash talking the whole time from what I heard.
I am whooping Billy's monkey ass and some street hoops.
Up next, Texas A&M, Houston. Houston is a 9.5-point favorite, over under 134.5. Chase.
Yeah, seems like all my bets today are teams that I think are due to regress, and it's been Texas A&M. I've been waiting to bet Texas A&M since the Nebraska game. So give me Houston minus the 9.5, minus 110 here. There's absolutely no way on God's green earth that they shoot the ball like they did in the game against Nebraska. They are and have been one of the worst 3-point shooting teams in the country, and they just went insane. So I'm fading that performance. I think Houston is a tough team defensively too. I could see this being relatively low scoring, and Houston still covering a 9.5 here. So yeah, give me Houston and the points.
That is why I'm both on Houston and the under.
I'm on Texas A&M and the money line. So what? At least we're all three on Houston. That's
Thank God.
That is the positive. Yeah.
This is my thought process. Since the Obisque has been inserted in the starting lineup, Texas A&M is shooting 39% from the floor. No, from three. So their 3-point shooting has increased. It's a good sample size. It's not just 1 or 2 games. He spaces the floor. He's going to create space and create lanes for Taylor and Bradford to drive to the hoop. Taylor almost gave them the win earlier in the season. Game was in T-Mobile, was the Fatu Houston home game. Houston is insanely banged up. And the blueprint to beating Houston is this. You have to be able to rebound. You have to be able to rebound. Texas A&M, 3rd best rebounding team in the country, 1st best offensive rebounding team in the country. And you have to be able to make threes. If they're making threes, and I think they will with with how their starting lineup has changed, and Houston is banged up, I'm going to take A&M here plus the 9.5, plus 360. And when you have a guy like Wade Taylor, he can carry you. He can F around and carry a team to the Final Four because it is a guard thing. I'll take Houston here, plus the 9.5 and plus 360.
I'm just happy we're not all in the same thing. Last game of the day, Yale, San Diego State. San Diego State is a 5.5-point favorite, over under of 129. I believe the lowest total of the day. Chase.
So this is my third biggish dog that's going to be used in round robins and everything. So I'm taking Yale money line plus the 200. Listen, of these games I've got picked out, JMU, Grand Canyon, and Yale, at least one of them is going to make it through. And if I use this in round robins, and if I bet this straight up, if I can get 2 through, then I've had a really good day. So I think strategically it feels like a place to play the bet. I think Yale stacks up. They have good 3-point shooting. They caught Auburn in a weird game with that guy getting ejected in the first quarter for the push, but I don't know. I got to think that at least one of these 3 teams gets through. So I'm including Yale in it.
Can we talk about Bruce Pearl's reaction? Like he goes, "Oh, it was retaliation, so it should have been fine." Like
right.
If you said it's retaliation and the kid from Yale should have been thrown out, that's fine. I get that. But to say that he should have stayed in because it was retaliation, absolutely mind-blowing to me.
Yeah. It's the guy who retaliates. That's who always gets caught. That's who always gets dealt with. That's the problem.
I think it would have been great if he would have said hi to Chuck Person, who's in prison right now because of him.
Bruce Pearl's so grimy.
God dang it. Okay. That's it for the straight up bets. You guys got any round robins for today?
I just threw one together.
Yeah, I got it. Who wants to go?
You can go, my friend.
Me? All right.
Go for it, Chase.
Gonna go with Marquette minus 4.5, JMU plus 250 on the money line, Grand Canyon plus 210 on the money line, Yale plus 200 on the money line. I think this round robin, if I hit just one leg of it, I should probably get my money back, then some. So I think that's the way to go about it. And if I get 2 of these legs home, I'm really happy. I'm extremely happy if I get 3 of these legs home with along with Marquette.
Colorado, JMU, Grand Canyon, A&M, just a simple basic 4-teamer by 2s. I think they're all live. I wouldn't surprise me, honestly, if all 4 of these teams are in the Elite 8 when we're here next week.
I'm rolling with Yale, Grand Canyon, JMU, Utah State, and Colorado all straight up.
Dude, shoot or shoot, Jimbo. I love it.
All straight up.
Shoot.
And then
how are you playing it? Are you playing it as 2 buys, or are you going to sprinkle some 3 buys in there?
So I'm playing it by 2 buys. I got all these also just a straight up bets, and then I'm also just doing 1 5-teamer.
Okay.
Yeah, Jimbo, dude. Over under on the cigarettes that Jim smokes today. I'm gonna say 6.
Take that over. Take that over.
I'm gonna
say take that over. And of course, I got one more bet for the people. The teaser yesterday, by the way, did hit. It did hit.
Jesus, dude.
NC State covered the half. Washington State only lost by 10, and Arizona covered the 4. We got it.
Oh. So is that the first one on the year?
It's the first basketball one. I hit a football one on the tailgate once.
Jesus.
But here's what we're doing, Erik. Here's what we're fucking doing. I got a 4-teamer.
Let's hear it, big guy. I may smoke after hearing this, dude.
I'm going to tease Colorado up to 8.5.
Oof.
Okay.
Oof.
I'm going to tease JMU up to 11.
Alrighty.
I'm going to tease UConn down to 9.5 versus Northwestern.
You're going to get boo-booey.
You are going to get boo-booey so hard.
If it's going to be anyone, I'm okay with it being boo-booey. And I'm going to tease Houston to 5.5.
Dude, I feel like boo-booey is like 38 years old, dude.
He feels that way, right?
Yeah, he does.
I feel like boo-booey and that guy from Oakland, what's his name? Should be like holding court at some rec center, just letting it rain.
Boo Boo would be a great rec league basketball player.
What's the guy? Oakland's name. I'm already spaced on the kid's name.
Oh, Golke.
Golke,
and Boo Booey just at the 1 and 2 in some men's rec league, open league.
Just Golke never leaving the 3-point line.
Just saying gotcha after every shot. Gotcha.
Oh. That would get to me.
Gotcha.
That would fucking get to me, dude. You boys know what time it is.
Hey, nice try.
You boys know what time it is.
We
gotta redeem ourselves.
All right. Let's.
I kind of feel like during this part of the show, you should have a banner that comes up that says, "This is for entertainment purposes only. Please remember to roll responsibly, kids."
Let's place these bets responsibly, Jim. I think we hit the second 12 whenever we closed it up last time.
All right. So what's the table minimum here?
5.
Oh, 5.
I want 5 on the first 12.
Oh, best. I can't spell either. You want what? What was that, Erik? I'm trying to make
first
the
12, first 12, second 12, 5 each.
First 12 and second 12, 5 each. Oh, sorry, you said first.
You said.
There you go. What did you say, Chase?
I'm actually. Can you double me down on the third 12 there? And then I want to hit black and even for all you're willing to put down.
Okay, let me figure out my dealio. I want this right here real quick. How much I got here right now? 20. 20. And then I'm gonna roll.
Oh, here's a trivia question. What is the biggest percentage of bets on today?
Oh, I'm gonna say JMU.
Chase, what's your guess?
I'm gonna guess Yale.
Both wrong.
Is it Marquette?
UConn. Minus.
That's gross.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. UConn and Marquette both tied. Sorry.
Okay, remember, bet responsibly.
Bet responsibly. All right, okay, there we go. Ball's in.
Ball's in.
Ball in.
No more bets. 7.
Boom. Made
7.
money. Made money, Jimbo. On my
7.
bets. You're welcome.
7.
Oof.
7.
You're welcome, America.
7.
7. That was
7.
responsibly brutal.
Responsibly.
It was responsibly, though. Always remember responsibly. Responsibly, everybody.
like
All right,
anything
folks.
I mean, the bigger question is, Chase, did you take your Cleveland State and the CBI right now?
I didn't mess with it. No. Are they winning?
12-12, 5 minutes left in the first.
Who are they playing?
Northern Colorado.
Oh God, Cleveland State by 90.
Yes.
Excuse me.
They lost to who is it?
I
They
love
lost to in the
All right,
Horizon.
folks,
They lost to Oakland by 3 in the Horizon. Is that right? In like the Horizon semifinals. It's a tough league, Horizon.
Dude, they got some ballers there. They also had the
They
Troy
do.
who didn't game. Oh wow, this is different.
Oh,
This is different.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
That's better.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to change them up, Erik?
No, I'm good.
All right, folks. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We appreciate you. We love you. We'll see you next time for some more Gym Rats. It's tournament time, boys. It's full on madness. Love you.